I can't think of a cool nickname for this one either. Sorry, guys. It's Hoop, it's the Hatening, and we're talking about killing someone today. Yeah. It's not going to be as dark as it sounds. I'm not going to talk about like ways to kill people or anything cool like that. But just like the act of it, more so like, could you do it? You know what I mean? And I'm just thinking about this because like I had a situation where like I was with some people, some stuff happened, someone got really mad, and you know, it kind of became this like, I'll kill you type of like fight was happening. Like none of us, like it wasn't anyone I know, and obviously it wasn't like a serious threat, mind you, but just like, you know, like when people get so mad, they like say shit like that. And then like I was just thinking about it, and I was like, man, like, no, you wouldn't. Like, motherfucker, you would not kill someone. Like, and then I just started thinking about like how fucking common that is, right? Just like to say that or to think that like in the moment, like when you know you're not going to, but just like, I don't know, that like that weird hollow threat of like, I'm so mad I could kill that motherfucker. Like, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'll kill you. Like, come over here. I'll beat the shit. You know what I mean? Like all that stuff. Like the act of taking someone's life, I feel like is something that like, I don't know if it's like fucking literary or theatrical or whatever the fuck you want to call it, but like we throw that concept around so much, right? Like, and I'm not going to do this whole like we see violence in media all the time, video games and fucking movies and TV. Like, no, I'm not doing that shit. I'm just like, but like we're surrounded by like, I don't know, like I think we're surrounded by people who like don't take death seriously until it like actually fucking happens. Like death in the abstract is something that's like so different than death in like the practical sense in general, right? But then like taking someone's life or like killing someone, I feel like is just like some real fucking crazy shit. Like I know that's not like a profound statement, but like the frequency with which like you or I or anyone has like been so mad. And you know, and you think to yourself, like, given the opportunity, I would kill that person. You know, like, let's be fucking real. We've all been there. Whether it's like, you know, a fucking bar fight situation, like a snap decision, or it's like someone does something that's so fucked up, and you're like, the only way that I will feel better about the situation is if you are no longer living, and I'm willing to, you know, forego the consequences and fucking do it, right? Like, we have all been there. We have all been there. And obviously, you know, I don't know, dude. It's just like, it's fucking crazy that people like say this shit so flippantly because like you fucking wouldn't. Like, I don't think I know. That's a lie. I do know some people who totally would because they're fucking unhinged. But I think that like the average fucking person like could not actually kill someone like on purpose. Like they came here to do it and they did it. Like obviously like there are a million different ways to like accidentally, incidentally, like indirectly kill someone. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, I'm going to end your life now. I do the thing. And now your life is over. I mean, I like real shit. I don't think that I could. I may posture that like, I don't care about stuff or that like I'm tough or whatever the fuck. Like I'm not at all. I legitimately don't think I could like take someone's life. I don't, you know, and this isn't even like the, like if my life was in danger and I have to do what I have to do to support my family. Like I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about like, you're so mad or you're so whatever that it's like you're gonna fucking kill someone. I don't think that you could do it. I don't think I could, but I don't think that you, dear listener, could. You know, there are only a few, like legit, I'm being real, there are only a few people that I actually know who like I think could kill people, and a lot of them like were in the military, but it's more so because like the military made them unhinged, not because like they're trained killers or whatever. Because it's more of like an emotional thing than like a technical or tactical thing, I feel, right? Like, I think that any of us are capable of like physically of killing another person. Like, it's not hard to fucking pick up a gun or like a knife or a fucking pipe or whatever the fuck, strangle someone. But like, I think that like emotionally and psychologically, like most of us aren't fucking fit for it. And like, you see that with like people who come back from combat situations with crazy PTSD because they fucking killed people. And like, it's fucked up and it fucking destroys your psyche and like your brain and shit. Cause it's like, it's some heavy fucking shit. And I think that like, you know, you see now, like we're seeing a lot of the effects from like, I don't know, death kind of being all around us at all times. and like not being made to be that big of a deal, kind of. But then like when you actually commit that act, when you actually like go through with it, or when it actually happens, like, you know, when shit gets fucking real, it's fucking real. You know what I mean? But like real shit, like, do you think you could fucking kill someone? You know? And when I ask this question to people, I always get a weird look, because I guess it's not like polite dinner conversation, but it's also like, people always do the whole, like, if my family was in danger, if it was life or death for me, blah, blah, blah. And that's sort of like a given, right? Like, your fight or flight response would kick in, and like you go into like fucking protective mode or whatever the fuck. Like, I think that's like different than like, you know, if you're getting into a fight with someone in the street, would you go the whole way? You know, if you're mad at someone, if you're like really mad at someone over like street beef, something they said, something they did, could you go like the whole way? You know what I mean? Would you stop beating their ass when they stop moving, or would you, you know, choke them out or whatever the fuck? I think about that because obviously, like, we all know tough guys, and we all know people who want to be tough and hard and say they'll do whatever and they don't give a fuck, and like, that's cute, like, that's cool, like, I got you, but like, I'm not going to fuck with you because I don't want you to at least beat my ass, but I don't think that you would actually fucking kill me or anybody, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, I think we all know people who have killed people, and it doesn't really seem like they're super fucking into their decision, right? They're really fucking not. And I think that it's, dude, I don't know. I hope that this episode ends up being not just like a steaming piece of shit, but it's like, I would just think, I don't know, dude, like, it just freaks me out how flippantly people say like, I would kill that person, or I will kill that person. Because I don't think that they will. Like, I don't think that you really understand the gravity of the situation until it's too late, right? And part of that is obviously like the legal repercussions. Like, if you fucking kill someone, like, there's a very good chance you're going to fucking jail for a long time. Jail seems fucking terrifying. Like, going to fucking prison and all that stuff. Like, I don't know, dude. Like, I don't think that it would be worth it unless it's some like wild shit that like happened, and thus like the only way that like you can make amends is to fucking end their life. But like, I don't know, dude. Like, the guilt and the remorse and like the fucking stress and all the shit involved, like, those stakes are so fucking high. And maybe, I don't know, maybe I would feel differently about this if we didn't live in like a prison culture and it was like an honor-based thing where like, you disrespected me, now you have to die, like, for me to make this right. Like, maybe that's what it is, and maybe I'm just being a fucking pussy because I like would be terrified of going to jail. But a part of it too is I'd be terrified of fucking retribution. If I'm being fucking, like, if I'm being honest, like, I would be fucking super scared to like kill someone for fear that like their people would find out and then go after me or my people. You know what I mean? So like, it just would like beget this like ping pong match of fucking people getting killed. Like, we've all seen fucking crime shows. We know how it fucking goes. We know how that shit is. That might not be neither here nor there. I don't know if that's like really, I don't fucking know, dude. But like, people just say that shit so much. And I don't think that people are like as tough as they, you know, lead on. I don't. Like, I really just fucking don't. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't think the average person could like pick up a gun and shoot somebody under really any fucking pretext, but also just like over some petty shit, right? Like, I think people can get into fights. I think you could beat the shit out. I think you could really hurt somebody. You know, I think that that's like pretty fucking low key and low stakes. But in terms of like killing someone, like, I don't know if there's a lot of people who I think benefit from like imagining that they are, or tricking people into thinking that they are. But like, that's some shit. I don't know, man. I know some tough customers, but like I said, I only know a few real unhinged motherfuckers who I am confident would or have killed people. You know what I mean? And that like, that puts you on a whole other fucking, you know, that takes your fucking psyche to a whole another like level on the astral plane where like your vibrations are fucking way different than mine. But I don't know, man. Do you think you could kill someone? I don't think I could. I really don't think I could. There would have to be like, there's a very, very, very short list of situations you'd have to put me into where like I would be okay with like taking someone's life, or even be like physically or mentally or emotionally able to, you know? Because even if it's like a heat of the moment thing, I think that like afterward it would just like, I would just disintegrate slowly, or, you know, or otherwise. But I don't think that I would walk away from that situation like the same fucking person, like be able to fucking function. And I think that you are probably the same also. You know what I mean? I don't think that like a normal person could just like blap, kill somebody and then just like go to work the next day and act like nothing happened. You know what I mean? And that's not even like the anxiety of getting caught. I just think like in general, like it's a big deal. It's such a fucking big deal. And it just like freaks me out sometimes how like flippantly it gets like thrown around. Like, I mean, aside from like the recent incident where like we kind of saw this like fight unfolding where it was like, oh, that I don't think that you guys are actually going to come to these blows. So I don't think it's that big of a deal. But like, I have definitely been in situations where like not me or like my close friends, but like people that we know or people that are like in the same place of us as us, like, you know, pulled out guns or said they're going to get the gun or have like pulled out knives and shit. And I think they fucking meant it, or at least meant it enough to like, you know, make it be like a fucking thing. But like, dude, I don't know. Like, it's fucking crazy. Like, I just don't think that like, I don't think that like a lot of people are actually will realize what had happened or what is happening until after it's done. Cause that's just like throwing your fucking life away. I don't know, dude. It's just fucking crazy. Like there was one time in like the first time it ever happened to me, like really like it was weird as shit. We were like at a bar watching a fucking sports game. Someone who was like in my friend group was like real drunk and obnoxious, and this other person was there who was like rooting for like the opposing team or whatever the fuck. And they were kind of going back and forth, my friend and this random dude. And I guess like my friend like really pissed this guy off. And he like came up to me specifically. I don't know why he fucking did, but he came up to me and was like, hey, I'm going to kill your friend. And I was like, what? You know what I mean? Cause like you hear that and you're like, what the fuck are you talking about? And he like did like the shirt thing and he like had a fucking gun. And mind you, we were in like a very crowded space. And he was like, I'm going to fucking kill your friend. And I was like, okay, like, why are you telling me this? Like, why are you doing that? Like, cause he fucking pissed me off. And like, I was like kind of drunk. Like I was like too drunk to like be freaking out about the fact that this dude had a gun, but I was still like sober enough to like not freak out. You know what I mean? Because there's like obviously like a lot going on in that. And this is completely true. But like, I just remember him being like, I'm gonna fucking kill your friend, and me being like, why? And him just being like, yeah, he pissed me off. And I'm like, dude, that's silly. And he like gave me this like look like he wanted me to be like afraid, and obviously like I was afraid because this dude had a fucking gun like in a bar in Baltimore. But it was like, you know, I just kind of like looked at him and like shrugged, and I was like, I don't know what you want, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the fuck you want me to do. Like, I kind of froze, but it was just like, what? You know, and he kind of just like scoffed at me and like motioned to his friend at me, and they like laughed, you know, and then they, you know, like called my friends some names and like didn't pay their bar tab and left or whatever the fuck. But like, that was like one of the first times where like I really had to sit there and be like, oh shit, like did I just like almost witness like a crazy fucking murder, or was that just like someone flexing nuts? And I think a lot of times when people do that, especially like if they're carrying a weapon, I think a lot of it is like flexing nuts because they're fucking like just dumb kids, you know? These people weren't that much older than we were. They were like in their fucking mid-20s. But it's like, I don't think that these people would actually go through with it because they're not dumb. I mean, they might be fucking stupid, but they're not dumb. And it's like, you know the consequences of like pulling that trigger in a fucking bar. You know the consequences of like shooting someone or killing someone or doing whatever the fuck. Like, even if it's like public or in private or whatever the fuck, like you're probably not gonna get away with it. One, you're probably not gonna get away with it, and you're gonna have to face like the legal consequences, like the incarceral consequences. You know what I mean? But then also like on the other side, like I don't think that a lot of these people are like as cold and heartless as like they lead on. Like pop culture has kind of like made it cool to be like tough and ruthless or whatever the fuck, but like you're not fucking Omar Little. Like you're just not. Like this isn't the goddamn Wire or the fucking Sopranos. You're a dude who works at a fucking Staples, like who sells weed on the side, and you're talking about how you're gonna kill someone because they owe you fucking $100 because they burned you on a fucking Xanax deal. Like, you're not a fucking murderer, dude. You're just like a normal fucking 23-year-old. Like, chill the fuck out. You know, I think people just need to chill the fuck out in general, but just like hearing people talk about like, I'm a murderer, I'm a kill, I'm gonna do whatever, like you're fucking not, and just stop. Just stop, because like you're inviting something that you don't want. You don't want to bring that shit in on you and your fucking people. Like, you just don't. You know, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I could kill anybody. I don't think you could, listener. I'm not challenging you or calling you like soft or whatever. I'm just saying in general, like, I think it takes a very specific type of person to be able to like kill in cold blood and then like not be affected by it. You know? And I think that those people are, as romantic as it is, like that shit's like very few and far between. But we're done. Thank you for listening to The Hatening. Andrew and I really appreciate it. If you like the show, please like and subscribe. It means the world to us if you do that. You tell your friends. Please tell your fucking friends. That would be fucking sick. You can find The Hatening on all social media platforms. From there, you can find the individual profiles of myself and super producer Andrew. Yeah, I think that's take care of yourself, take care of the people around you, and don't forget to tell your friends you love them.